Recently I started playing Zenless Zone Zero and I already sank so much time into it. The characters are great, the animation is awesome, it is a lot of fun. Although there are aspects of the game which aren't that great. But one thing I really like are all these little artworks which are scattered around in the game, be it the Pantheon stockings-ish illustrations of the event missions, or be it the covers of the videotapes which you can find in the game, or rather the chronicles which you can play to get some more background information about the characters. All of those tape covers look amazing, and even though choosing just one of those styles to learn from is pretty hard, I wanted to study the style of the tape in the center, the Faith one. Maybe I will do another one in the future. I especially like the Nekomata one in the top right, and the one in the bottom row in the middle, and the one in the bottom row at the right side, and more. But for now I settled for the one I chose. Saying this, let's start with dissecting that picture. To do this, the first step is to trace the body so I can see how the proportions are actually looking like, since it's very stylized, very cartoonish. In this case, the arms are very long, the neck is almost giraffe-like. The body is very slender, and I have to see how the proportions are under the clothes, which are a bit veiling it, so it's not as visible as it seems. For the legs, I had to kinda guess because the picture doesn't go that far, but I think I kinda got how the artist maybe would have drawn the legs if the picture had legs on it. But maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my guess. Doing the same with Belle, so I can see how the female body is drawn by that artist, and yeah, that's the rough shape you're seeing right there. After that, I'm tracing also the face, because the face is very noticeable, has very distinct style. Also the hair looks kind of shapy, so I wanted to get the shapes right, so I can maybe copy that as well, since it's part of the style, a very important style. And I also included some guidelines, so I can look at it later and actually see how to draw these shapes. After that, I picked some colors so I can see how the colors are actually looking like. And one thing I noticed very soon is that most colors are actually located in at the 1/4 mark of the color spectrum right now visible at the bottom left on my Clip Studio screen. Like, there's this box and most colors are like at the 1/4 line of saturation, which is pretty interesting. I personally use mostly very more saturated colors, but for this piece I have to go and step outside my comfort zone for now. There are two more things to be noticed though. The hands are very big, and the second one is that most coloring, or rather shading, is done in cell shading style, which I will come back to later, since I have my problems with that as well. But before doing that, that's the result of dissecting this picture for now. The analysis of that style being finished, I want to draw something by myself now. I'll try to keep this style as close as possible. I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best. The character I like to draw is Grace. I like her, although she kinda frightens me as well. Her obsession with machines is intriguing and a little bit scary at the same time. Guys, get yourself a girl who treats you like she does her machines. Well, actually, thinking about it, maybe don't. Maybe no, don't. Or maybe do? I don't know, but probably that's not a good idea actually. But maybe it is. Speaking of great ideas, I should start to draw. That would be an amazing idea. Done as being said, here I am sketching a body which has similar proportions to the reference, with the long arms, slender body shape, long neck and stuff like that. I'm already sketching face and her outfit and stuff like that. Yeah, the goggles are a pain in the ass to draw, which is probably being seen by me struggling to draw it. Also, yeah, Grace has so much stuff going on in her outfit, like grenades, tools, the goggles. So much stuff. It's very, very annoying to draw her, but yeah. What is an artist doing if not painting which contains pain? Switching the view here for you because I wanted to talk about the hand I'm drawing here right now. It's actually pretty easy to draw this, just because I didn't want to be that accurate. I want to be more stylized, like the reference picture is, and not realistic. And this very much helped me to get the 3D shapes to draw hands, which I actually appreciate, since drawing hands is still difficult, and this might be actually useful for my further art, well, let's say career, I don't know, journey maybe is a better word. Very shapy, very edgy, everything. Yeah. And coming back to the other view, since I don't have to waste so much time doing this sketch. Switching to a different canvas for finishing the picture, since I wanted to have a full canvas for a picture, not just like a half canvas or something like that. Doing the line art, there's nothing special to be said about line art, I think, at this point, except maybe I used a very rough brush, since I wanted to mimic the, yeah, kind of gritty aesthetic of the reference picture. One thing I still have to mention is that there's so much stuff in Grace's design. As I said, I missed several things while doing the sketch, and I'm correcting these things during the line art process. And yeah, I think at this point we can speed up the line art a bit. I think there's nothing much to be seen right now. So I'm switching the view again for you, and let's fast forward a bit more. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just lining the picture, inking it. In a couple of seconds, I should start shading the picture. Yeah, I'm just gonna stare at you until it's time. Oh, it's already time. Okay. Yeah, blocking the colors, putting the base colors in, and starting shading. I try to use similar colors, as muted as the reference picture, and also mostly cell shading, but there is some blur, some gradient in some shades in the reference picture, which I didn't know how to exactly mimic, how to do it, since if I'm blurring it, it's too blurry, too smudged. And yeah, that's like the way I ended up with these kind of hard lines as a gradient, which is very different from the reference picture, but well, I do have time constraints as well, and I just couldn't find out how to realize it like it is in a reference picture. And there it is, my attempt to copy that style. That's the final result. Here you can see my result and reference picture side by side. I think it's visible that I tried to copy that style, but it's also pretty visible that I didn't quite succeed, I think. I think my picture looks fine, it doesn't look bad, but there are several differences between my picture and the style which is in the face and picture. For example, I think the face looks a bit more stylized, a bit more extreme, a bit more cartoonish even, or just like a bit different in the face and picture. And I don't really know how the artist does it. I think I would have to look up more pictures of that artist, but unfortunately I tried to and couldn't find the artist who has drawn the picture. So yeah, I was stuck with only this picture as a reference, and so therefore I wasn't able to copy that style that accurately. The second thing is the shading. I mostly also, like the reference picture, used just cell shading, but also there were a bit more gradients in the reference picture, and I just didn't know how to realize it without breaking the style in my picture. But still, I'm kinda okay with the picture I ended up with. It could have been better, but it could be worse as well. And yeah, that's the result. Also, I'll show you in another version of that picture, which has a bit more increased saturation, which I like a bit more, even though it's further away from the style I aim to copy. But yeah, I'll upload the picture, the muted one, I think, on Instagram, also into community notes, and also on Kara if you want to follow me there. Links in the description. And yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it, and if so, maybe I will repeat this challenge in the future with another style. Maybe if you have a specific style which you would like me to copy, you can write down in the comments and I'll consider it. Or alternatively, at the beginning of the video I said I would try this challenge again with another tape, with another cover of a tape. And yeah, maybe I'll just do that in the future, sometimes. Anyways, again, thanks for watching and see you next time. You're Zurius.